Pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning, all, and welcome. Do we have any unfinished business? We don't have any. All right. We'll consider a motion to approve the minutes of the meeting dated December 9th, 2025. I'll second that. Properly moved and second. Any discussion or question? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Our next motion would be to approve the actual invoices in the amount of $2,440,859.15 for the period December 6th through December 18th, 2025. Second. Properly moved and second. Any discussion or questions? Hearing none, may we have a roll call?
Mr. Norwood.
Yes.
Mr. Hume.
Yes. The next motion would be to approve the actual payroll in the amount of $343,827.50 for the period November 30th through December 14th, 2025. I'll second that. Any discussion or question? Hearing none, may we have a roll call, please?
Mr. Norwood.
Yes.
Mr. Hume.
Yes. The next item would be a motion to accept the resignation of Tom Newell from the Jefferson County Housing Authority with regret. Second, any question or discussion? Only thing I would offer is the board, on behalf of the county, would like to express our gratitude to Tom for all the effort and his service on the housing. Question, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next motion is to appoint Jessica Waltman of Punxsutawney to the Jefferson County Housing Authority for a 5-year term. Ms. Waltman's term will expire December 31st, 2030.
Second.
Second, any discussion or question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Our next item is a motion to enter into an agreement with Savin, or a Savin maintenance and service agreement between Pennsylvania District Attorney's Institute and Jefferson County at no cost to the county. Second, after I butchered reading it. Any question or discussion? We have a roll call, please.
Mr. Norwood.
Yes.
Mr. Hume.
Yes. Yes. Next motion is to approve the updates to both the county vehicle policy and personnel policy, with all changes taking place effective January 1st, 2026.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Any discussion or question? The only thing I would offer as extension to this is that these are both routine internal policies. We have shared this with the department heads and had some interaction. This is something we've done now on a routine basis, give the department heads opportunity to digest it and offer comments, and this is the finished product. Okay, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. The next motion is to approve the collective bargaining agreement for the court-appointed employees pending legal counsel review. So moved. Thank you. I'll second the motion. Any discussion or question? I would just like to thank the management team, which was Jessica Clark, Lexi Rogas, and also I'd like to thank the leadership of the appointed staff. who met with the management representatives. And both sides worked together to come with what we believe is a fair and proper agreement. So my gratitude and respect and appreciation to the labor side and the management representatives for their hard work. If there are no questions or comments, we have a roll call.
Mr. North?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Mr. Sorry.
The next item is to consider a motion to appoint the following individuals to the Jefferson County Industrial Development Authority. Karen Rapone, and her term would expire December 31st, 2026. Edward McGinnis, expiration of his term will be December 31st, 2027.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and second. Any discussion or question? Any comment from the intended victims? No? Well,
No problem.
I just want to thank Karen and Ed for lending their time, ability, and expertise to serving on the authority. With that, I'll call the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The next item would be to appoint the following individuals to the Jefferson County Hospital Authority. Dr. Joseph Kernich. His term would go through December 31st, 2026. Karen Lapone, same expiration.
I'll second it.
Properly moved and second. Any question or discussion? The board would like to extend its appreciation to Dr. Kernich for also making his time and talent available to serve on this board. Call the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is to enter into a legal services contract by and between Jefferson County and Scott C. Allen Esquire to discharge the duties of Assistant Public Defender in juvenile cases at a yearly rate of $25,500.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion or questions? On that, please, Karen?
Mr. North?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
The board would like to thank Attorney Allen for continuing to serve the county in this capacity. The next item is to consider a motion to enter into a legal services contract by and between Jefferson County and, is it Ciccinelli? Ciccinelli. Fortunato. LLC to discharge the duties of Assistant Public Defender for a yearly rate of $30,000.
I'll second that.
Properly moved and second. Any discussion or question? We have a roll call, please, Karen?
Mr. North?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Board would also like to thank them for making themselves available and serving the county of Jefferson. The next item is to consider a motion to adopt the 2026 budget and tax levy and appropriation resolution with modification.
Second.
Properly moved and second. Is there any discussion or question? Mrs. Park, like to elucidate.
Absolutely. I'd love to. So everyone should have a budget packet at your place. I'll just quickly try to walk through it. Page 1 is the narrative, which I'll hit the highlights of that, but I would ask you to turn to page 2, which is the summary of funds. That shows the bottom line there that we had budgeted for a deficit of $140,275. This includes the almost $155,000 deficit in general fund. You can see that on the top right, that number. And this is an improvement from the $265,000 deficit that was budgeted for 2025. On page 3, there is a comparison to prior years. The top half of the page shows revenue. Total revenue budgeted for 2026 is $35,364,000. It's flat as compared to the 2025 budget and the 24 actual numbers, but less than a 0.5% variance. On the bottom half of the page, looking at expenses, total expenses budgeted for 2026 are $35,504,000. This is a 2% decrease from the current year's budget and 1% decrease from actual 24 numbers. Page 4, there's a graph that shows where the county's revenue comes from. As in prior years, the bulk of our revenue comes from grants at 47%. Tax revenue accounts for 34% of our revenue. About 1% of that is hotel tax, but real estate tax accounts for 33% of our revenue. And as one of the most important pieces of this, I will let you know that this budget does not include any increase to millage. We are holding where we were with our current millage rate. On page 5 then is just some detail on general fund as far as by department, where revenue is coming from. And page 6 is detail on the tax calculation. You turn to page 7, then this shows our expenditures by category. Again, as in prior years, human services comprises the largest share of expense at 41%. Also, although it's not depicted on this pie graph, salaries and benefits countywide are a huge portion of our expenses, accounting for about 37% of the total expense budget. Those costs do include annual wage increases, as outlined by collective bargaining agreements for those employees who are covered by those, and a 55-cent increase for non-union employees. And we did see an 11.3% increase to our premiums from our health insurance carrier. So those are factored into those costs as well. Page 8 is detail for the general fund expenses by the category and department. And then on page 9 is some information regarding the county's debt. Debt service for 2026 is budgeted at $1.2 million. And at the end of the year, our outstanding principal balance due will be $13,470,000 on our bonds. So that pretty well summarizes the highlights of the budget for 2026. Although it does still require the use of fund balance, this is a definite improvement from the proposed budget that we presented back in November. It is the smallest budget deficit budgeted since 2020. So there's been a lot of hard work to produce this budget, which shows the county's commitment to financial health. Leaders across the county have, really made some efforts to control costs. We've been routinely monitoring budget performance, and all of these things, I think, are evidence of a renewed emphasis on fiscal stewardship for the county.
Thank you.
That's all I have.
Any questions or comments? If the press would like to address this, why don't we do this now instead of coming back to it later? So, Patty, do you have any questions regarding the budget? Justin?
Just a small one. I mean, the motion was with modifications, and obviously the deficit has been lowered. The other modifications, is there any of them that are of any public import interest beyond tightening up balance?
That was the essence of it. We kept trying to sharpen that pencil to get that close that difference as much as possible. If they were significant, we'd have to make a public note of it. But they are.
Then beyond that, you already said there's not gonna be an increase in millage. I think that's all the questions I have.
Anyone else? Another opportunity to ask questions or make comment. Mark or Jeff, care to make any?
Thank Jessica and all the department heads and officials for working with Jessica to do these hard decisions.
We do appreciate everything. The biggest things we didn't want to do is raise the millage. That's be good for Jefferson County.
I know it's been said a couple of times, but I'd like to add my acknowledgement and gratitude to all the staff. Everyone across the board, the leaders, the staff, there's an obvious attention to detail and cost. And we saw it in month, we look at the budget performance before Jessica gives the commissioners a summary of activity, caution points, things that are going well, things that we need to keep our eyes on and focused. We do that on a routine basis. It was shown in the monthly budget reports that the leaders and the important men and women who work for them are doing a quality job controlling costs. It's what we owe the taxpayers, but they need to be acknowledged for being tomorrow year term good stewards. Anything else? All right, well, let's put it to a vote. Karen, could you do a roll call, please?
Mr. North?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Mr.
Yes.
Thank you. With that, we'll go into public information. We thought there was a week left in the year that we would highlight some accomplishments the county has achieved. And I want to emphasize, as I said a moment ago, about how well the staff worked on controlling the budget. The items I'm about to mention here are also a reflection of the hard work of everyone on the Jefferson County team to bring these things to fruition or move the ball forward. We didn't capture everything. There are important things that I'm going to leave out for the sake of time and just to bring focus on to highlight some points. We identified 20 good things that happened this year. Essentially a Jefferson County year in review, and I'll go through them briefly. We've talked a lot about the Snyder Hill project. I'm going to mention it again. It's funded through an LSA grant in the amount of $817,000. It's nearly done. Should be finished in February if all goes well. But our team here worked hard to bring that home and to see this project through. Obviously, this doesn't happen without Senator Pittman's involvement and Representative Smith bringing those dollars back from Harrisburg to Jefferson County. This year, the finance team and in person of Melanie Pontus and our payroll person who handles all things payroll implemented a new time and attendance system, which is making not only our process more efficient, but we're ensuring that our people are being paid properly. The Conservation District early in the year was conveyed to the Jefferson County Conservation District. The county supported 2 RACP projects in the county, the Punxsutawney Hospital paving for $1 million, and Jeff Tech efficiency improvement, which was their roof for $1.3 million. Jefferson County CYS was recognized by the Department of Human Services for their recent accomplishments and being reinstated to full licensing status. We developed a blighted property plan to combat blight in Jefferson County. We expanded our tourism capacity by JCDC, the Jefferson County Development Council, who's our tourist promotion agency. And we're utilizing the funds that are gathered, levied here in Jefferson County from our lodging facilities for the benefit of and betterment of Jefferson County. And we're going to come back to that in just a moment, but doing that, I think, is one of the most impactful things that this particular Board of Commissioners has done in a very positive way. We've secured, and this we just learned about a month ago, we secured grant funding for Jefferson County in the amount of $9,500 to develop our own subdivision land development ordinance, otherwise known as a SELDO. The court-appointed CBA was complete. We just ratified that a moment ago. Our Veterans Affairs Office was rebranded Jefferson County Veteran Service Office, serving Jefferson County's 2,800 veterans. And now our veterans are receiving, in aggregate, about $720,000 a month in various forms of compensation. And as I said at a previous meeting, it goes into the pockets of our veterans and flows into our economy. We were able to replace the generator for this building, which most importantly impacts our information technology systems. And that was funded through County Commissioner Association Pennsylvania insurance grants. We successfully defended our safety ordinance from a lawsuit. It wasn't a particularly serious threat, but the fact that our safety ordinance remains intact is important for the well-being of our staff and the visiting public. We supported Knox Township as an example, $5,000 in county aid to assist in road repair. And we engaged 5 fire companies in Jefferson County to provide cleaning services for our bridges. So we were able to take that liquid fuels money, put it back in the pockets of fire departments who were able to clean and clear some of our bridges. And I want to acknowledge Commissioner Pisarcik for having that idea and our implementation of it. So that money comes to us. Fire departments did some quality work for us and received some of that compensation. The Board of Commissioners supported Snyder Township and Brockway Borough in their opposition to the landfill rail transfer station. We've been attentive to their issues. We've taken 2 stands on this. One in regards to safety, environmental safety of the area and its proximity to single-family homes, and traffic, the focus of traffic that would appear or be developed in that area should the transfer station be in place. The other was a recommendation or request to the landfill and the company, the owners who are developing the transfer station to consider a more suitable location. We had 2 very successful election cycles. We now have over 28,000 registered voters in Jefferson County. And I want to specifically acknowledge Karen for really directing traffic on any and all of those efforts. Thank Angie, who's not here today. Thank and acknowledge Paul Dinas and Austin Miller for making all the machinery behind the scenes work, and also all the people who staffed all the polling locations, who got up early, who stayed late, who traveled here, made the election process run efficiently and effectively, and attended training and solved problems through the day and continue to serve the people of Jefferson County. We conducted our 2nd annual wellness fair for our employees, giving information and opportunities for self-betterment. Thank HR for that effort. The county was the conduit for community development block grant funded projects in the amount of $275,000, which impacted the communities of Punxsutawney, Corsica, Reynoldsville, Sykesville, and Brookville. Thank you, Elise and Matt, for making those projects effective and beneficial to the people of the county. Jefferson County Human Resources received a statewide recognition safety award from the County Commissioners Association, Pennsylvania. So, once again, Lexi's directing traffic on things safety, but she's part of a larger team. Staff and leaders across all the county departments get together. They are attentive to issues that affect employee safety, visitor safety, and it's had a positive effect on costs, on claims, but most importantly, keeping people safe. So CCAP recognized that, and it was an acknowledgement, but it's a reflection on the entire county staff, attention and care. We hosted a visit from Secretary Seeger. He's the Secretary of Department of Community and Economic Development in Jefferson County. Jess Siri, among her other jobs, directed traffic on that, and made sure that secretary level in the governor's office knows Jefferson County, knows we're here, acquainted with the good things that we have, acquainted with the things that we need, and so that when Jefferson County raises its hand, they know us. And it makes those wheels turn much better when we're looking for the kinds of funding that some of which I've mentioned in this process. That sets the tone, sets the stage for success in bringing those financial resources back to Jefferson County. Jefferson County Department of Emergency Services fielded a new emergency response center. I think we had just showcased that last month. And Christmas came early, came last week. We received notification that we are to receive, we Jefferson County will receive an LSA grant to enhance and update the video recording system for our jail in the amount of $167,000. Acknowledgement to Senator Dush and again Representative Smith for bringing those resources back to Jefferson County. The video and recording system at the jail are critical for the safety of our staff and to make sure that they're protected and that we have good documentation when we need it, because it is a 24/7 facility and it is there for the safety and protection of all. And also want to highlight again Jess Siri's involvement in putting that work together, bring those resources home. I could go on, and as much as I'd like to, I'm going to end there because there is a lot more to acknowledge, many more people to thank, and I again want to extend a general blanket statement of appreciation to all the people who work for the County of Jefferson. It's our job on, for, and behalf of the people of Jefferson County to perform these services, but the people of Jefferson County need to be aware that the people whom they employ are doing good work. And I just use this to exemplify some examples, and by no means complete, of the good work that the men and women who work for the people of Jefferson County and what they're accomplishing. So,
I'd like to say something. I'm very proud to be on this Jefferson County team. Like Scott said, or Commissioner North said, I think we did a very good job. There's a lot of things he didn't mention, but I'm really looking forward to next year. I think it's a fantastic year. We're do well for Jefferson County citizens.
This is just an appetizer. Wait till 2026. While I'm still on public information, instead of waiting for public comment, we have a couple staff members, staff leaders who'd like to speak. So Elise, why don't we start?
So most of you know, I'm Elise. I'm in charge of CDBG, Community Development Block Grant Funds. To match our county entitlement that we are giving to Brockway for their water system with their asbestos issues, we are intending to apply for a competitive grant through CDBG, which would allow us to give more money to them to address this issue because it is town-wide. Part of that process is we need to hold a public hearing for that. So there will be a public hearing in Brockway. I have advertised it in the newspaper, but I wanted to announce it here too. It's for the borough and the municipal authority at the borough building on January 12th at 7. And I do have a flyer here if anyone needs to take a photo of it. We want to see a lot of community support so that we can tell the state how important this project is and hope to get more money for them to address their water system. This would be for replacement of a water storage tank, partial water main replacement, and then additional related system improvements. If you have any questions, I'll be here after too.
Here all week.
I'll push it. I'll be here through about 1 o'clock.
Fair enough. No questions or anything for Elise? All right, I'm going to turn the floor over to Mary Milford, our Director of Tourism.
Thank you. I just have one comment here. Jefferson County will be featured in a Travel, Taste, and Tour magazine. This magazine is nationally known and distributed throughout the United States. They actually reached out to me to feature Jefferson County. They saw our website and they really liked the look of it, and they of course recognize Groundhog Day as well. It will be in the Tour America section of the winter edition. And this is Storybook Small Towns with Charm and Character edition. Just a little phrase from the article there. These quaint towns invite you to slow down, savor warm welcomes, and celebrate the colder seasons family style. Across the map, communities built on local heritage, Main Street pride, and seasonal traditions are calling travelers to experience winter in their way. In places where small businesses remember your name and the scenery tells its own story, the cooler months offer something peaceful and personal. In Jefferson County, Pennsylvania, the season brings wooded trails, cozy shops, and historic stops perfect for a relaxed getaway. So it also has pictures and another article about Jefferson County. It goes more in depth, and it has pictures of some of our lodging and also, of course, of Groundhog Day as well. And then it also has a nice picture of the scenery in Jefferson County as well. The next promotion for Jefferson County is the Winter Recreation Series. We'll be shifting from the Small Town Charm Holiday Shopping Series into Winter Recreation to celebrate Groundhog Day and to promote all of the things you can do in the wintertime in Jefferson County. Because Jefferson County does not have many hotels in it, visitors really get to immerse themselves into Jefferson County culture and adventure by staying at the many beautiful short-term rentals available throughout the county. Many have a warm, cozy atmosphere perfect for the winter months. In 2026, Jefferson County tourism is moving into the year of the word and. You'll be able to see how Jefferson County is outdoor recreation and Main Street shops and short-term rentals and charming communities and Groundhog Day and Cook Forest and all of the wonderful other exciting things that the county has to offer the world. If you would like to view this online, it's at traveltastedtour.com/outdoors.
Excellent use of multiple conjunctions. any comments or questions from there? Yes,
Mary, would you say again the name of the magazine and where can one get a copy of it?
It's Travel, Taste, and Tour. They sell them, I'm actually not sure, at stores, I guess. But
Okay.
that's probably where you can buy them generally. But I can definitely get back to you on that as
Thank
well. So. They're $7.99. That's all I know.
oh, borrow someone else.
We only have 2 free ones.
Mary, your efforts have enhanced our image nationally and internationally. Thank you for all the great work. I think one of the most impactful things that have been done in the last few years is Jefferson County going its own way on tourism. Those resources are focused on us. We're seeing the benefits from it. And those resources are being put to their best effect on behalf of the people of Jefferson County and its economy. And you're the driving force behind that. So thank you.
Thank you.
Atta girl.
So I'll close public information with that. We'll go to public comments. And since I've already backed into the public comments that have been identified through public information, I'll go right to the media. Patty, do you have anything else? Anything for us?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
Same.
Okay, thank you. Gentlemen, anything? No? On behalf of the Board of Commissioners, Merry Christmas to everyone. Happy New Year. Have a safe holiday. Please be careful. And thank you. As always, Commissioner Pisarcik is keeping me on track and reminding everyone that our offices will be closed on Thursday, January 1st. And the next Commissioners meeting will be on January 13th. Is there any other business to come before us? All right, with that, your motion to adjourn. I'll make that motion. Properly moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries. We have to transition to a jail board meeting, so let's say 5 minutes. Jail board meeting.